What's not cool anymore when you turn 30? Sleep deprivation. Yup. I loved pulling all-nighters as a teen and young adult. Now they just give me migraines and make the entire subsequent day hell. Teenager/early 20s, yo, we can save money by booking the 7 a.m. return flight and not paying for accommodation. Let's just stay at the club until 5 a.m. or sleep on the airport floor. 30 yo, I'd rather die. Haha yeah, same with buying the cheapest ticket. This ticket is $40 cheaper, it just has a few hours more layover and leaves at 4:30 a.m. Fuck that. Bragging about your high school accomplishments. How much you wanna make a bet I can throw a football over the mountains? Hangovers. Hangover when you're 20, I'll be fine. Just give me some coffee and sandwich, and I'm good as new. Hangover when you're 30, for fuck's sake now my day is ruined. Sleeping late to a hotel room to save money. Yeah, eventually it gets to the point where there aren't enough outlets for everyone CPAP machines, and that's never a good time. Spending all your money at the bar on payday. Spending all your money on one specific thing. Trying to keep up with modern slang words. How do you do, fellow kids? Bailing on plans last minute. If you don't want to do something, just say so. This is so crucial. Use your words, be polite about it, and don't waste my time please. Telling people with full-time jobs and bills that their hobbies are childish. I'm 31, married, no kids, USMC veteran, and I have a degree in electrical engineering. I just got back into Pokemon cards after not touching them since 1999. I was chased into getting rid of them by my uncles back in the day. I've almost got a complete base/jungle/fossil set, and I'm working through the Sword and Shield series, made possible by the internet, and having disposable income. Fuck what anyone says, they make me happy. My wife was a little wary at first, but she saw how interested I was, and how excited I got opening packs that now, whenever I buy a booster box we open them together. Trying to act cool. Maybe if you're truly cool, you don't need to be told you're cool. Acting stupid and doing dumb shit, your risk of getting hurt increases. There's things I've done that now leaves me wondering how I didn't get crippled or killed. Thinking things aren't cool anymore, because you turn 30. Edit. Wow. Over 5.5k ups and 6 awards. This is the most attention any of my comments has ever gotten. Is it really that profound? Thanks, you lovely people. Theis. Life doesn't end at 30, and if you're lucky, you've still got around 45 to 50 plus more years to go. So why spend that remaining time denying yourself of what life has to offer? If octogenarian Ethel with pink hair and Chuck Taylors wants to free throw her empty bottle of Ensure into the trash while yelling this bitch is empty, well goddammit, she can. In fact, that would make me feel less bummed about aging. Being concerned with what is or is not cool. I super duper don't care if I'm cool or not. Being cool doesn't pay my mortgage. It'd be cool if it did. Caring what others think of me. You don't like me. That's fine. I live my life for me. I wish more people could learn this. Not giving a damn is a part of finding inner peace lol. I value my sleep a lot more at 30 than I did at 29. It scares me. I'm not in my 20s anymore, but life is good. I just turned 40. I go to bed at 9:30 most work nights. Tonight being the exception, because of the constant fireworks, but I planned ahead and took tomorrow off so I'm good. Bragging about how drunk you got over the weekend. Bragging. Flipping off the camera when you get your picture taken. I've only ever done this once. A kid at an amusement park was screaming in line because he wanted pictures of him on this ride. His parents tried to talk him down and explain they didn't have the money for it, and finally they told him he could have it, and he shut up and started laughing. Later in line I heard the parents talking about how to afford that and lunch, and they end up saying they could put a little bit more on the credit card. Sounded like it was close to maximum. Anyway, I took the decision out of their hands. I sat in front of the kid and leaned back as far as I could with my arm up and middle finger in the air. Amusement parks won't even display pictures with people doing that or anything vulgar or gang related, and won't let you buy them afterwards. The parents ended up telling him the cameras were broken and distracted him with the idea of lunch. Here's some perspective from way in your future. I'm 64. When I was in my 50s my motto was, oh, well, I have two mottos for my 60s. Anyway, doesn't matter, and I don't need that stress in my life. It's a great place to live. I'm 31 and I'm already at this stage. Drinking to excess on the regular. I lived in Finland for over a year and couldn't believe how many 30+ people there are in clubs and bars at 4 AM. I swear half the crowd or more was 30 to 40. Green bean casserole competitions. I mean, in your 20s, they're so riveting and competitive. But after 10 years of competing, and only 2 trophies to show for it, I feel like it's time to throw in the towel. Nothing makes you feel your age like realizing you're the oldest cook on the green bean scene. Honestly, about 72 degrees. It used to be comfortable, even cool, but now I'm old as shit and need a solid 67, or I can't sleep. Hope that you speak about Fahrenheit and not Celsius. Working yourself to death, overconsumption of alcohol or drugs, not getting enough sleep. Overall anything that's negative, trying to make it cool is the lamest thing. I feel like it can go either way. Either you hit 30 and realize you need to slow down, or the opposite happens and you have more shit to do, so you don't take care of yourself all that well. Getting so drunk that you fall over and or vomit. Drinking too much in general. Getting blackout drunk. Turns out I'm not fun. I'm just an alcoholic. Anything loud. I'm finding that anything loud, voices, music, TV, etc., is turning into noise for me. I'm surprised by how much my tolerance for ambient sound has drastically decreased. Going to parties on college campuses. Is that a thing for anyone after they graduate? That's sad. Bragging about overworking yourself, or otherwise overdoing anything, and not practicing self-care. Being an edgy asshole. It was fun while it lasted. Now I'm just a regular boring old guy. Edgy, offensive, insulting other people for fun. All of that is so cringy now. Dance clubs. To be fair, I hated them in my 20s too, but by the time I hit 30 I wouldn't be caught dead in one. Loud music, strobe lights, waiting forever to get a drink, and having to scream to speak. I just don't get it. I just moved the party to the comfort of my basement. Now the dog and I can dance all night long and no one will judge us. Everything's cooler when you 30+. Dude, shut up. What are you talking about? 30, flirty, and thriving. Not going for what you want. In your 20s you may feel young, new, ignorant, maybe a little doubtful of your skills and abilities. Late 20s 30s, it is not cool to stay in the same situation you hate, just because it's easier. Try to work it out. All you've got is time now. More and more years to come. Allow yourself to continue to learn, grow, adapt, acquire new skills and become well-rounded. At least that's what I'm trying to tell myself, in order to continue to scrape by / exist in the free market. Trying to be positive, if not for myself, others who also have been trapped in cycles of depression / negative thought. Gaming non-stop for 24 hours. I used to just sleep a couple of hours after each session, and I'm good to go again. Now, doing this might actually really be suicide. I used to be skinny without exercising much. So cool, eh? Now, if I don't exercise, I gain weight by just breathing lol. My buddies and me, all 35 to 37, get together once in a while, and play FIFA for like 12 to 16 hours. There is 7 of us. Not all of us make it every time, but only 2 play at a time, so the others chat, drink, make BBQ. I very much cherish our get-togethers. None of this was cool in your 20s either. Binging sugary goodness. As an under 30 I could eat mass amounts of food and feel fine. Coming up 30 this year, and I can't even eat a few Merlot puffs without a gutsache. Lots of people here thinking that they were cool just because they were under 30. Not drinking a lot of water. Being 29. Night shift. I abused my 20s to its limit and fucked my sleep schedule so bad that even several years on days not hasn't fully fixed. Sudders at his previous 48 and even 72-hour benders in the name of work. Snide, condescending remarks. You really ought to have learned how to be a better person by now. It's not that things aren't cool anymore. They weren't in the first place. But now you have the confidence to tell it out loud. Fireworks when I have to be up at 4 AM. Goddamn stupid fuckheads. Working night shift in a hotel, I can confidently say going out all night and getting drunk to the point of falling over and pissing yourself. It's not alright when you're in your 20s, but it's outright pathetic when I see a full grown man in such a state, apparently, eating salty things. I'm 34 and if I eat too many chips or fast food or basically anything with too high of a sodium content, I know I'm gonna be feeling it the next day. I get awful headaches. I've been sober for over 4 years and I'm absolutely pissed that I still have to deal with hangovers because I ate salty food. It's such bullshit. Pretending be from the hood.